living in New York City, I'm sort of doing 20,000 things at once. And I find that being surrounded by nature, it's the only time in my life that I'm really connected to this moment in time. I'm not thinking about next week, I'm not thinking about last week. When I first came to this area, I bought 5 acres on this 44-acre lake. It's very calming, it's very peaceful. I designed this house from scratch. It was interesting to sort of, spend so many years doing photography and then move into design and architecture. For me, it relates. What I love about design is the fact that it's really, you're creating a three-dimensional, five-sense experience. When you enter the house, you're actually walking into this incredible space, which then begins a journey through all these different rooms, through all these different experiences, with textures, with light, with colour, with the smells. You're really being able to create an experience for people that really inspires them, that moves them. I used to be a sculptor before I became a photographer, so I'm very inspired by graphic sculptural forms. I love feeling the textures and the various tones of materials like stone and wood. I have an amazing eye for detail. It drives some people nuts, but I really sort of think that it's in the detail that you really get to see something really magical. Being a photographer and being a visual person, I've been cataloguing images in my mind over so many years now. I guess my influence comes from spending time in Asia, living in Japan, Indonesia, and also from Greece, Europe, and obviously Australia, being Australian. I came up with the concept of headspace and home space to really describe my philosophy. My life is all about attitude. I've been able to manifest and create some incredible things in my life, whether they're projects, career, this incredible house. And I really believe that, my mind has so much to do with that in terms of my attitude. What you put out there, you attract back. This space really inspires me. It all works together to really create this amazing effect. If you think about your headspace as an interior as well, what does that look like? Is it cluttered? Is it well lit? Is it something that inspires you? And I believe that the outside is just as important as the inside. You spend a lot of your life in your home space, so why wouldn't you want to have that to be inspiring? Why wouldn't you want to have that to be a clean, beautiful space that really inspires you to live every day to the fullest? And the same thing, you spend your whole life in your headspace. So why wouldn't you want that space to be, the best space it could be to really inspire you to live the life of your dreams? One of the things that I've always been very passionate about are side projects, like community projects that I've worked on as a photographer for various causes, HIV/AIDS, adolescent sexual health, and now my new project is actually for the environment. So I've always been one to definitely want to work on passion projects that allow me to make a difference in the community. And I think, again, that's part of the effect that I'm talking about, the effect that I have on the community. And I'm so into creating an experience, creating an effect for people. People say that's the Houston effect, and I think, it is an effect. Design for me, I think, it's so much bigger as well than just shape and form. It's about you design your whole life. The Houston Effect blog has really been created for me to share insight into what really works for me. You can really go out there in your own life and apply some of the things that I've learned, over the last 20 years. I feel very motivated, I feel very inspired, and I know that's because of the work that I do in my headspace and also in my environment.